Boom. It's actually really solid. No, because the blade didn't go all the way through.
Oh my god.
We're Jennie and James. We started our van life journey living in our camper van, and now we build them full time.
Subscribe and follow along on our first build series, where we'll show you all the tips and tricks that we've learned along the way. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We're Jennie and James, and we're converting our Promaster in Vancouver, Canada. And if you've been following along, we just installed our Webasto heater and windows, and our whole solar system is set up. So now we're installing our first Girard Tankless water heater. And we decided we wanted the tankless water heater because it's kind of the most efficient way to heat your water. So it's gonna run off propane. So we decided to go with the Girard tankless water heater because tankless water heaters basically allow you to have unlimited on-the-spot hot water, and this one heats by propane. So if you're using electric water heaters, even if you have a really big electrical system, you have lots of amp hours, you're still going to be really limited. You're going to use up a lot of your electricity, so propane just seemed like the best way to heat our water. With the Girard, this is kind of just the top of the line product. It vents outside, so we're actually going to have to cut a big hole this big in our wall, which is a bit of a downfall. But this way we're going to be able to have our outdoor shower and have hot water to the tap. So I feel like it's kind of just the next level thing. I really want to have hot water to the tap for it to really feel like a home. So I just wanted to add one more thing about choosing water heaters. So this one is the tankless water heater. You can get propane systems where it has like you store 10 gallons or 6 gallons of hot water, and those ones still aren't quite as good because they'll still take about 30 minutes to heat up. So you're never gonna get that hot water to the tap that the tankless water will allow you to have because it is instant, so there's no waiting time there. So the first thing you wanna do is just choose your location for your heater. For us, we've decided to put ours at the back of our Promaster in this little square here. So it's nice and flat. Right here, it's going to be partially on the plastic and partially on the metal. We would have liked to do it a bit higher, but there is this indentation here. And we bought a white faceplate, so we're probably just going to spray paint half of it black so that it blends in a little bit better at the back here. So we're starting out just making a really small pilot hole right here just to make sure the space is going to work with the template and the size that we have for our heater. Sweet, so we can see our tiny little pinhole just there, here.
So, you can kind of see our little outline there. We've got it just in pencil on the black, and then it creeps up into the white. Yeah, so we're just gonna tape it all around the outside, so that'll give us sort of the line that we follow, and then we'll also tape a little bit further to the outside, especially up on the painted part, just because when we have our jigsaw going, we don't wanna have the jigsaw scratching the paint along the outside. So we're just gonna make sure it's all nice and protected. How's it coming?
It's coming. Plastic is hard to stick to.
Well, it looks great. Boom. Taped up the bottom of that as well, just in case there's any spots we missed. Should keep it
just to make it a little less friction here.
Yeah.
Should be smooth. I think we're all set to go. Are you ready?
I'm gonna have to drill a bigger pilot hole first, so I can get the blade in.
All right. First up, make a big pilot hole for the jigsaw to fit in. Cool, so I'm just putting it just on the inside of our lines. That's because when we want to have our big drill bit going through so that we can fit the jigsaw blade in, we don't want the center of it to be off and it being outside of our lines. So that's why we're doing it just on the inside there. So this is what I mean with the big drill bit. I just made my bigger hole there, and you can see the outside of it is now exactly where I want to be.
Alright, so we got the plastic piece off and it's cut all the way around, but our spray foam's holding it in place, so I'm just gonna give it a little kick. It's actually really solid.
Didn't cut the spray foam?
No, because the blade didn't go all the way through.
Oh my god. James.
What?
What a stitch up. Just like that. So we just stuck it through, and it's tight. So it fits. So next we just made a little platform for it to sit on. We've just built basically like a square, and then little like platform legs to match the height. And now we're going to make some side ones for it. We're just gonna drill those directly into the other ones. So now we just have to figure out how to secure this to the floor. We're either gonna drill directly down from this piece into the wood, or we'll use some L brackets. Not really sure what's gonna be easiest yet.
Another package. What do we got?
Nice. We got hose, filling hose,
Oh, how fun.
and my new hair wand.
That's not for the van.
No, it's not.
Oh,
For me.
okay. All right, so while Jenny's securing that little platform, I'm gonna start caulking the outside. So I'm gonna start with butyl tape around the outside and then try to fill in these little gaps where the plastic meets the metal as best I can. And then I'm gonna go over that with some DAP caulking as well. Okay, so here's my finished caulking job with the first part of the bezel on. This is the door that we bought separately with the Girard, and I just took the door part of it off, which is here. So it was connected by some hinges on the sides. We just unscrewed those because it's a little easier to work with it when it's just like this. So yeah, once again, I did butyl tape all the way around, and then I did a very thin bead of caulking around the very edge of it. I didn't want it to be too far on either side because once it presses in, it's gonna squeeze out. And so you can see it squeezed out pretty nicely in all the spots that matter. And then I just put a little dab in all of the holes before I put screws in. And then I did a little cleanup job there because it oozed out a little more than I wanted. So I just cleaned it up, looks pretty good. And I'm pretty happy with that. Like, looks pretty good. The other thing is once we had it secured in the back with Jenny's frame, the bezel also has some holes here, so it screws the bezel into the actual water heater itself, and that's really important as well because then it means the Girard water heater is holding on to something on the side of the van, not just in the van, so it's really going to help it stay in place even more. And there were a couple spots you can see on this side, for some reason it just wasn't lining up with the holes that were already there, so I just ended up drilling my own for that one and that one down there, and made sure to vacuum up all the metal shards. All right, there she is. So, got the door on, it's got the little latch here, so you just pull that way, and then she opens up. It's got this great little rubber gasket that moves, so it fits right around there, even if you're off by, you know, half an inch or something like that. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm excited to get this thing going.
All right, so that's it for part one. So this was mainly just looking at the installation of the actual Girard system. We're gonna film 2 more videos, one on the complete water system. So that's gonna include hooking up the Girard to the hot and cold water to get to the tap and a shower. And then also another video on the propane system. It's gonna be like a whole look at our whole system with propane, but it's also gonna cover the Girard. So look out for those there. One more thing, don't forget to like and subscribe our video because it lets YouTube know that there's something cool going on here and helps push and grow our channel. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you next time.